everybody. Um, Today I want to do some fresh flower arrangements. I'm sure a lot of people already know how, to do this, but I might share some tips that maybe you don't know, which will be great. I have this flower frog. It's not an antique one. The jar, the little caddy, it's so cute. And a flower frog is that your jars will have a lid with holes in it, or square holes in it. The antique ones have a lot of them have glass lids with the holes in it, and they're awesome. I don't have any. I wished I did. But this makes, you put your flower stems in each hole, then they're not flopping to one side or front to back or something like that, which is really cool. So let's do that one first. The flowers I got from Walmart, the larger bunch was $10, and then the two smaller ones were $4.87 a piece. And I have just water in here. I did put ice in it, but it's kind of melted. But fresh flowers like to be cold. If you pick some up and you can't do your arrangement right away, just stick them in the refrigerator. They'll be fine. They like to be cold. So I'm going to do these green ones in this. Okay, so we got our water, ice, and they come with this flower food packets. Always use that. Stuff it in there. Not sure what it is. I've heard you can put sugar in the water. There's different things that you can do on your own, but if it comes with this little packet, just use that. Stir it up. And I want to show you how, usually I do this in my kitchen at my sink. I want to show you how to measure them to the height that you want them in your jar or your vase. So this might not be enough flowers for this. Maybe it will. Yeah, I think it will. So I'm going to put this on top. We got our water, our ice, and our plant food, flower food. And what I do is if your flowers are a little tiny bit looking wilted, once you cut them to size and put them in the water, the cold water, they will perk up. So what I do is I hold it next to we're going to pretend this is my counter. I hold it to the vase, and if that's how high I want it to be in the container, take my scissors and I cut it at the top of the table or counter or whatever. I just cut it off. And your bottom leaves you want to take off because they will sour the water quicker. And you can see how pretty that stands up as it tilts over. Lost my train of thought. Oh, you can change the water if your flowers still look good and the water is getting yucky. You can change your water out and put them back in. Just hold it to the counter, cut it to the height you want. I might have to put some more water in this one. These stems are kind of big. Oh, that is flopping over. Okay, there. Stick them in there. Turn your vase around ever so often to see. I might have another green bunch in one of these other ones. Pretty. And the taller ones I want kind of in the middle, and the shorter ones I kind of want on the outside. Pretty sure that's usually how most flower arrangements are. Like you order flowers from a florist. This is much cheaper than doing that. You can do this for your mom for Mother's Day, a birthday for someone. So much cheaper. Just buy a pretty container. They can keep this. Come on, get in there. If they don't fit, you can trim a little one off so you can stick that down in there better, and then just stick the little ones in. These stems are a little fat, a little fatter than the whole. You just want to make sure that the stem is in the cold water. Cut this one again. Okay. Let me see if I have any more. Green one. So down green one. Put you right here. My scissors. If you have some little skinny ones, just poke them down in there in a different hole. There, see how pretty that is? You see how pretty that is? All the way around. If I had more, I could even put more in there. Here's our little caddy that it sets in. So pretty on on your end table, coffee table, dining room table, the counter in your kitchen, in front of your windows. Very pretty. Okay. Now this vase. It's got cold ice water in it. Put our plant food in. Now I have 3 bunches of flowers, but I only need 2 because I'm only doing 2 arrangements because I like them fuller. I'm only going to use 2 packets. Then I'll have an extra packet from the 3rd one. If I refresh my water, I can divide it up. Okay. So these are pretty, very colorful, but I don't like them the way they're arranged in here. And then this one is the bigger one. And the bigger one came with a much bigger pack of the flower food. So I'm going to save that one. Okay, let's see how pretty we can make this one. And then here's these. See, lots of colors and stuff. I need to face them to me so I can look at them. I like to lay them out and look at them. And I usually like the prettiest ones. The prettiest ones. Maybe there's only one. Let's just say there's only one of these. And it has a little netting on it to keep its shape while it's packaged. So this one I'm going to want in the middle taller and then go around and around and around. And these leaves don't look good, so I'm just going to pull them off even though they're not going to be. So measure, look at your vase, see how high you want the flower. It's always better to cut it a little too tall, and then you can pull it out and trim it more if you want. So we got that. Do we have any other oddball? Here's one rose, which is a little oddball. So we're going to put that in the middle too. I'm going to hold it next to this one and cut it where I want it. Now these are going to flop over, so I'm going to cut a few first, see if I can get it from doing that when I put some stuff in. 2 pink carnations. Stagger them a little bit. One's taller than the other. That's pretty. Okay, let's set them in here. Now they are going to fall, but we're going to fix that. That's pretty. This is pretty. Oh, here's another carnation. Let's do that. These, I don't know if I want those in there. Let's do some pink. Let's do some pink ones. We'll do these a little lower. And remember, pull your leaves off so that you don't want leaves in the water, because it'll sour and it does not smell nice at all. There's the pink. I'm going to flip it over here and I have some purple ones I'm going to put on the other side. Just gonna push them. Throw those in there. Okay. These are beautiful. I don't know what those are, but they're green. I love that. Might should have added those to my flower frog. If the leaves look yucky at the top, pull them off. You don't need them. Some flower arrangements come with some greenery too. You know, not necessarily a flower. And that's always fun, kind of like a fern-like stuff. Okay, so this is kind of my middle, my front, my back. And I'm going to just stuff the green ones towards the middle. It's pretty pretty. The more you get in here, the more stable it'll be, and you can move them. Okay. These are really pretty. It's a little white. They look like a carnation stem. Must be some kind of miniature carnation. And according to height, just you can always pull it out and move it again. Pretty pretty. Have some yellow. A little taller. You want your shorter ones to the outside. If you want something taller, you can pull it up a little bit, as long as that they're in the water. The stems are in the water. It's pretty yellow ones. This is so fun. Pull some of your stuff up that you want showing more. See, look how pretty that is. So pretty, all the way around it. A little different in every spot. Okay, I hope I shared some tips. Ice water is a most definite. If you can't do your arrangements right away after you buy your flowers, just stick them in the refrigerator. And if they look a little wilty, like I said, once you cut the stem off and you stick them in the ice water with the flower food, they will perk right back up. In a few hours, you'll see a difference. Okay guys, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it.